Excuse me.
I'm not giving to LeBron because I don't like LeBron.
I like him already.
On the stat sheet, so like taking charges, like that's my favorite thing. I had like a charge in my mixtape. My friend texted me, he's like, I never seen someone put a charge in the mixtape. I'm like defense wins games. Like,
so there was a constant battle about Dunkin' Donuts versus Tim Hortons, and it was it's never ending.
You know, I got up, I fixed my helmet, I look, and I just see Herb take off. Like he just, I just see the hair flowing, like now he's running, and. Yeah, you got to see Herb. When he runs, his eyes are always like, so I just knew, like, you know, I knew he was running, you know, so.
Your life. Like, go out there, defend, go out there, rebound, like, give your heart, like, sacrifice. You can get a scholarship just for defense, you know what I'm saying? But,
man, this guy's unstoppable when it comes to basketball as well. But yeah, definitely one-on-one, he got me.
Fried rice, you can't be eating fried rice all the time. But
you'd be switching your sports, you'd be going from basketball to sumo.
I know. I already got the bun, you see?
The spider tech basically is just like completely just crazy, like should not be allowed. Rosin and sunscreen and everything, that's been around forever and it's never been a true problem. But right now, like the big thing is spin rates are up.
It's our defense because Mace, you know, you're going to get 285, 280 hit you, and you got to, you know, and I'm only 240, you know, so I got to now bring my technique. And then KT's just a freak athlete in itself, so you know you gotta bring your hard hat and your lunch pail every day.
Can I just say this? Man, I just love your competitive nature, bro. Like, you know, I feel like I'm ready to strap on the jersey right now, man. I mean, I'm only 5'5", so I don't know what I can do.
Man. I'm gonna say Diana, man. I don't know what it is. She just always seems to come up clutch all the time, 24/7.
When they say, listen, you know how as coaches you get mad at the guy just standing in the corner and watching another guy cook. I can't be like that because I was watching you cook.
Running, it's like if you take a day off, like you'll feel it, and if you take 4 months off, you're really gonna feel it.
It was impeccable. So watching certain highlights, I'm like, yo, I gotta try it. And trust me, not everything was as good as it looked now. Because, you know what I mean, no look passes I threw off of somebody's face.
Wow. I like this. Wow. What is going on in the NFL right now?
I am so ready. Bring on Brady. Bring him on.
Are you sure?
Bring him on.
I got. Which Brady you want?
I don't care. I don't care. I want him to come now to New England. Let's go.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you really sure?
Yes, I'm.
You want the beatdown? You want the beatdown on Thursday night instead of Sunday night?
Listen, we coming crazy. I'm telling you.
Questionable. What's up with the Chiefs?
It's a big week for them. They're gonna have to win this game against the Eagles. They're gonna have to win. And I'm pretty sure they will. But I need to see something on the defensive end from this team because their defense hasn't been looking right. Shout out to Justin Herbert for that amazing comeback. You have been I know you've been talking. You've been saying he's gonna have a great year this year, and he's showing it.
Everybody's calling for a sophomore slump, and it is definitely not coming.
Definitely not happening. They have a great chance of making the playoffs this year. So we'll see how.
And just transition over to the MLB.
Yeah.
Can we trust the Red Sox at this point? They're losing to Baltimore again.
They should just. I don't know. Just be done with. Don't even fight for a playoff spot. Don't do it anymore. It's not worth it anymore. I don't want to watch them anymore. I don't.
But you have one major thing. You got the Rays closing out their regular season with the Yankees. That's the only thing that can possibly help us out. But between Toronto, the Mariners, Red Sox, Yankees, honestly, this Red Sox team, I brought it up before the All-Star break. I said the All-Star break. Who knows what's going to happen? Typically, team with the most momentum falls flat, either goes down or they stay right in the middle. They went through that slump. Now look at them.
I don't know, man. It's been a stressful, weird season for the Red Sox. So, I mean, if they could finish strong, hey, that's credit to them. But right now, I'm not really excited. I'm really not. So we'll see.
I had to even take my.
I noticed, yeah,
my Red Sox jersey. I couldn't pull myself.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyways, tonight I've been chasing this man.
Yes.
For a grueling 7 months, I believe, give or take, a couple months. And I found out the real reason why, things happen the way they did. But hey, we ended up getting them.
Yes, sir.
We ended up getting them. I mean, let's just get right into it. Let's pop Avery on here and let's get right into it. Avery,
what's going on, fellas?
What's up, man?
Can I get a hook 'em?
Yeah, you can get a hook 'em. There you go. Hook 'em.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been following you for quite some time. We talked a little bit off air. I've been following you since that unfortunate loss, in the finals to Virginia, and that broke my heart. I was high on Texas Tech last year, but hey, no ill will towards Texas Tech. They're a great powerhouse team.
No,
but
for sure.
I think you're gonna fit well with this Texas organization.
Me too. It's been phenomenal so far. So it's we started officials this week, and it's that time. It's the pure grind, I guess, now.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for sure.
Yeah.
So what initially made you go to Texas?
Well, simple. It's Coach Beard. I'm born and raised basically in Arkansas, and in Arkansas, nobody's a Longhorns fan really. It's old Southwest Conference rivalry.
Yeah.
And so when I first came out of high school, Coach gave me that chance, and then it came time to, trust him and take a chance on this. So I just kind of repaid him for it and came down here to Austin. So,
and it's funny because we're from Massachusetts, and probably the top 3 teams that I used to rock when I was a kid. You remember going to Lids and getting those like headbands? I mean, you're from the South, so you don't remember those ear warmers during the winter. It was either I'm an Oregon fan, so it was either Oregon or it was North Carolina or it was Texas, and I had all 3 of them.
It's quite the mixture of teams.
Yeah, I know.
You got to tap into each conference,
Yeah.
Yeah, you got both coastlines in the most southern part of the country, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
but it doesn't help orange is my favorite color. But
there you
go. Taking it through your early years, going back to when you were a lot younger. What made you choose basketball, and did you play any other sports growing up?
So, my family's a giant basketball family. My dad played college ball at a small Christian college where my mom's from, John Brown University, and my grandpa was a high school coach in basically Southern Missouri. So definitely was in our blood for a long time. I played football, basketball, baseball for a while, all basically up until I got to college or high school. Kind of had to pick one. I ran track in high school actually for 3 weeks. So the coach was like, he was begging me for basically a year to high jump for him. And he was like, I need you for 2 weeks. That's conference and state. And I was like, okay, season was over. So I was like, might as well just go and have fun with my friends.
Right.
And made it through conference, made it to state. And that was the end of my track career. So when high school started, it was basically basketball. So,
well, that 3 weeks, that's about 20 days more than what I would probably last doing track.
No, yeah, it was a lot. I mean, track, there's a lot that goes into, it's not just running and jumping.
Yeah.
It was very difficult for about the first 4 days when he was coaching me. And I'm like, dude, I don't know how to jump, high jump properly. And he's eventually just like, get over the bar, man. Just do it. I was like, all right.
Yeah. Hey, see, just I guess we just want to learn a little bit more about you. You know, what are some of your hobbies to do outside of basketball? You know, I see that you're a fisher on Instagram.
Yeah, so I'm a big outdoors guy. I love to hunt and fish. I've been doing that my whole life. My dad's, basically a hillbilly, so that's what we do. My friends are a big part of my life. I don't have any brothers. I have 2 sisters, so my dudes are really close to me. So I value my friends. I talk to them all the time. That'd be about it. That's a constant hobby. I mean, I like going to rodeos when they're in town and when I can. But obviously, the sport I chose, is right in the middle of all that. So every hunting season, good fishing, and good rodeos are basically either at the start or right in the middle of basketball season. So I don't get to. I've had to give up those for a while.
Now, what was your welcome to the NCAA basketball moment? You really realized you were really hooping in college.
Kind of 2 different instances. I was guarding Keenan Evans as a freshman, and he was, going into his senior year. He was mature. He's a grown man at that point, and he bodies me in the post like my second day of practice. I'm like, oh, this is not going to be fun. And then like a couple days later, Zaire Smith, who's now in the NBA and is a freak athlete. He was, I thought I could get a shot off, and I shot it, and he jumped up there, well after it left my hands and beat it into the 3rd row. And I was like, here we go. It's like, all right, let's figure it out, I guess. So those were probably 2 of my personal experiences where I was like, yeah, we're going to have to figure it out now.
Right. Oh man. Well, Kevin Durant is a Texas Longhorn alumni. If talk a little bit about how the type of player. I don't know if you've watched a lot of Kevin Durant, but what do you think about Kevin Durant's game? Because for me, I really think he can score wherever he wants on the floor, and he's just unstoppable. I know it came out in the ESPN that he's the top player in the NBA, and I kind of agree with that. I'm like iffy with LeBron and KD, but I think KD got that right now. What do you think about Kevin Durant's game?
I mean, I'm glad he's not on my team right now. It would be an absolute, I just sit there and watch kind of deal. I just have a front row ticket every day to the Kevin Durant show.
Yeah.
But no, like you said, he's arguably the best player in the world. Whatever he is, 6'11", 7 foot, and he can just do it all. He can dribble, shoot, put you in the post, and he can defend. He's kind of got A's in all the columns that you need to be a GOAT. So, I think he's on his way. By all means, he has a lot of time left, in the regular mind. So he has definitely a bunch of accolades he more than likely will achieve. So, dude's a monster.
Yeah,
I'm
hoping he stops by one of y'all practices one day, and give y'all some wisdom, just to get y'all, going as well,
No, for sure. Him and PJ Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
As Kevin Durant is that dude, PJ Tucker to me is like, that's the guy right there. That that I can relate to the most, just more of a gritty defensive. Obviously the dude can hoop. He's in the league making millions, but the guy that I could probably relate more to is PJ Tucker. He's just outright dog. So
you saw how he was playing Kevin Durant in the playoffs. I think if you're trying to stop him somehow, you got to be physical, and that's what PJ Tucker did. Yeah,
and for both of them, it was kind of we're from the same school.
Yeah,
let's I put on a show basically. Let's give people their money's worth. So it was really cool seeing them play against each other.
Yeah, for sure.
Now I even saw over the summer you guys were working out with the football team.
No, well, we went to the pool one day. We did like a pool workout thing, and then at the end, like we competed with the swimmers. I don't think we worked out with the football team. We were in the football weight room one morning, but there weren't any football players there.
Well, this is a constant question that we have with either a basketball player or a football player. Do the football guys or any other type of athlete, baseball team, whatever, what have you, do they want to play pickup against you guys?
Given that I've been here such a short amount of time and haven't been out that much, I'd assume, yeah, like everybody, not in a serious manner, but I would like to go to the baseball field and try to hit a 90 mile fastball, just for fun. But I haven't been approached yet. It's been challenged to a one-on-one game, but I'd assume it's out there. Like I said, when we did like our pool workout and we were competing with the swim team. I mean, they were swimming circles around us. It wasn't even funny. We were swimming in like the short end of the pool.
The kiddie pool?
Yeah, basically like half an Olympic, swimming pool, whatever it is. And we'd all go off the board, and they'd go off the little diving board deal, and they'd stay underwater the whole way. And we're a quarter of the way, like trying as hard as we could, and they're turning around and lapping us, and we're like, oh man, yeah. So I mean, it's kind of weird seeing the actual differences, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you brought it up. You like Aquaman,
Yeah.
So there's got to be some correlation there. Can you swim? Can you swim like Jason Momoa?
I can swim decent. I mean, I grew up in rivers, flowing water. So, I mean, I can swim enough to have fun and not drown. But
which is the most important thing.
Yeah, but when you put me up against dudes that do it every day and actually compete, and Texas has this, like a dynasty of swim teams. Coach Eddie Reese is a legend, and so those guys, probably do have gills and web feet and web hands. So, I mean, it's just crazy.
Now, for the listeners and viewers that are curious to know, and can you go into a little bit about what is the atmosphere like in a college game? You can. I know the fans are coming back now due to COVID, but like explain what that typical atmosphere is like during a game when there's fans.
So I would probably put it in kind of two different situations. When you're young, like it's just a giant blow to the face. You don't know what's going on. You don't know where to look, how to act. Takes you a little while to play in front of 15,000 in person, and then however many are watching on TV, and that. So it's kind of you got to get used to it. You got to learn how to control your adrenaline, because when we first run out, you're just like amped up times 100, and then after like 3 minutes, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted already, and you're not even really playing. You're like, I wasn't even playing at that time, so I was like, oh my goodness. And then once you learn and you mature and you kind of get used to it, you get to use it to your advantage. So home games crazy. So when you're on a run or big play happens, it's a giant momentum changer. So it's definitely fun and a crazy experience, but it definitely changes over time.
Do you prefer playing away or home?
Well, home crowds are always fun because usually when you win, you can go out and hang out with your friends and enjoy a good time. But I mean, there's been some places we've played away that are just absolutely insane, like Fog Allen at KU. That place is electric. They break the sound record for for whatever basketball game record every game. I mean, they get so loud and they're so close to you on the court. The experience is unreal. Or we played in Madison Square Garden. Big time arenas is also a lot of fun. So it's definitely different. I mean, would I prefer to play at home? Yeah, because Coach Beard has a pretty good home winning percentage,
right?
And an away percentage. So take your bet either place, but being home's nothing like playing in front of your home crowd.
Yeah.
And looking forward to this upcoming season. Do you have any games in particular you got circled?
Well, I mean, given the Texas Tech game will be quite the experience. KU, obviously, everyone's always after KU because they usually win the conference. They also have a basketball, history. That's kind of where the game started with Coach Naismith and all them. So it's always fun playing, KU. We play Gonzaga, second game of the year. I mean, right out of the gate.
That's going to be a big one.
Yeah. And we play at Gonzaga, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be, we're jumping right in at the beginning and going to, see where we stand up, and, kind of figure it out, which, it's going to be an incredible game. We're all excited for it.
Yeah. How's the team feeling about the season? I know, obviously the confidence level is always going to be there, but like, how's everybody really gearing up for an interesting and exciting season for you guys?
No, yeah. We're real excited right now. We're a very old team. We have a bunch of old guys. We have 2 freshmen, I believe, so we're very experienced, and, Coach Beard's really good at getting guys together, setting things up off the court where we can always hang out, get to, become actual friends and, know about each other, not just on the court, but off the court. And we do a lot of stuff together. Austin obviously is a place you can go out, have fun with the boys. So, we have a lot of, confidence, as you say, and, we do know we have a lot of experience because we do have a lot of old guys, including me. I'm currently getting old, so.
Hey, y'all sound like the Lakers right now.
Yeah. If we play like them, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
When you say old, you make us seem super old. I mean, we're Charles. You're 30. I'm 31.
Yeah, I'm 30.
In college athlete terms, me and a couple of these dudes are stone age. I'm about to be 23, and
man,
our freshmen, they're 17, 18 years old, and I'm like, oh my goodness, all this energy. I'm like, guys, we're walking to class. Let's just walk to class.
Right.
They're dancing and all sorts of stuff. And I'm just trying to make it to class without, blowing my back out.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, come on, guys, save it for practice. And then they show up to practice with a big smile, and they're, running circles around us in warm-ups. I'm like, enjoy it while it lasts.
So they're making TikToks on their way to classes.
Oh,
are you on TikTok?
Yeah, I got like 2. I just do it because I enjoy videos. I mean,
that's good.
All my TikTok is like trucks, hunting and fishing, and that's about it. So
I don't do TikTok.
I mean,
I can't.
Yeah, yes. In my opinion, social media is kind of if you're not careful, you get addicted really, really bad. I try to limit myself.
Yeah, so, that's the best way. That's the best way.
It's tough. It's a slippery slope.
And that goes towards another thing. You're talking your stone age compared to some of these guys. I know some of the music that you sent us that you listen to. I mean, it's country.
Yeah.
Do they make you listen to? They make you listen to that mumble rap that they got going on and all this other stuff. What's your musical choice?
So like I enjoy lifting. I mean, that's one of the things I feel like I'm better at in this time of my life, and it's kind of like a one-on-one situation. It's me against weights. So when I can lift alone, I listen to like rock, get me going. But when I'm walking to class, I got country going on. But yes, when I'm like pre-practice, warm-ups, when we do team lifts, it's all rap. So I mean, it's been like that for 5 years now. My music choice is definitely at the bottom of the list. So I can sing a couple of lines of every song that's popular every other week, but I couldn't tell you who sings it or what the name of the song is. But we listen to it all. So,
but you got a nice
I'm
balance,
in the same boat.
You know? Got a nice balance, you know. That's
and some of it's really, I mean, it's like, okay, yeah. But then, you know, and they always make fun of me and I say the same thing. I'm like, they all sound the same nowadays. You know, I couldn't tell you the difference between this guy and that guy. But, you know, you can. They're like, well, I can't, you know.
But you know what you got to do? You got to put some country music in practice to get everybody.
So, Coach Beard, there's like 1 or 2 songs every warm-up that Coach Beard listens to. And it's either, you know, like old country, which I know, which I enjoy and I'll sing along to. Or it's, you know,
some Garth Brooks.
Yeah, so actually,
Scott, you got to sing some Garth Brooks for us.
No, I'm a terrible singer. But I mean, like our assistant coach, Coach Ogden, is a huge Garth Brooks fan. You know, he has like a couple pictures with him in his office. Coach Beard is a Travis Tritt fan. And I might be speaking a foreign language to you. Those are all guys that, you know, all me and my buddies. They're all me and my buddies know. But, you know, once they step in the locker room, it's NBA Youngboy or whoever. I mean, again, I couldn't tell you who it was. Yeah. And, you know, in like my middle school days, you know, like Drake was kind of my dude. I listened to Drake.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne. I the old stuff, the stuff that, you know, when I was in 6th grade was popular.
I was watching Drake when he was little Jimmy on Degrassi.
Yeah. Degrassi, the end of Degrassi is about the time where like I got into like TV and all sorts of stuff. You know, like I actually started appreciating music and watching TV series. So my parents made me play outside, which is a foreign concept.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Definitely is.
They need to get back to that. All this technology that these kids. Oh man!
Street lights come on. You get home for dinner. Let's go.
Yeah. My mom was standing on the front porch telling us that dinner was ready, and come running down the street with no shoes on. That's kind of how it is.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
But and you know nowadays, parents want their quiet time or whatever, and hand your kid an iPad. Hand your kid an iPad, and they're good for 3 hours.
Yeah,
I mean, I understand. Yeah. My parents, the way they got to like, go outside, kick me out the door. So I'm like, all right, see you later.
Yeah, it's great, and you can't trust them to put them outside because all they're gonna do with their phones is just, you know, selfie, do this,
Snapchat,
TikTok, all this. Man, whatever happened to hide and go seek or, you know,
manhunt?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we probably ran 100,000 miles before we were 6 years old. We were outside running, riding bikes, scooters, skateboards.
That's hilarious. When it comes to your team, man, who's the funniest teammate so far?
Oh man, Christian. Big Christian is a funny dude. I mean, in my experience so far in college, 9 out of 10 times your big men are big goofy people. I mean, they're just I don't understand it. It's just something about them being, you know, 6'10", you know, 7'2" wingspan, awkward when they're not playing ball, where they're just like moseying around. They're funny. I mean, we do have a team full of jokesters, and we do have some really funny dudes, but you know, like I said, me and Christian actually have like a TikTok black hole. We send each other like TikToks and stuff, you know, and he's a big jokester. So he's probably is the consistent funniest, I guess.
And who's the most locked in teammate so far?
Oh man, that's a tough one because we all are pretty. When it's time, we're all like, all right, man, let's take care of our business and do our, you know, kind of do our job. I mean, Timmy Allen. I mean, he does a lot of work on his own. Extreme, and you know, again, he's easy guy to talk to, joke around with.
Right.
But it's like he's a lot about his craft. So Timmy's probably one of those dudes that is all, kind of always ready to go. But and not dissing any of my other teammates. We all
no, of course not.
Yeah, we all know we got a job to do and what we need to do. But Timmy, definitely is locked in a lot. So
that's great. That's great. That's good. That's good.
So taking it back to school, what are you going to school for right now?
Yeah, so I got my undergrad in just business management, just kind of a broad major, and then I'm getting it's a certificate because I'm just kind of on year to year now since I'm fifth year, and I got another year if I take it. So it's just business communications. It's a 1-year certificate I can get, and so it's really actually enjoyable right now. It's a lot of the stuff that I'm actually interested. So it's finally the stuff that I feel like I'll apply in life because freshman and sophomore year of college you're taking science classes and biology and also I it's nice to know, but once I put the backpack up and hang the shoes up, I don't think I'll be in any form of biology career. So,
right.
Yeah, who knows at that point?
Which is a plus.
It's funny because every time I ask somebody, what they're going to school for, I always think of that episode of Saved by the Bell when AC Slater, he's there for wrestling and he's taking like Frisbee 101.
Oh yeah.
And who is it? Golick was like, you gotta do something. You gotta do something that's gonna educate you and do something for your life. You can't be taking classes like that. Like my cousin, he's like a practice squad type guy. He works with the basketball team down in Miami, and he's like, I'm taking a bunch of just random classes right now, and you should see all the athletes in it. It's like these super easy classes, and they're just taking them just to get by. And that's just the one thing that comes to my head is that episode of Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. And I mean, I can't attest to easy classes. My parents made sure that I was actually getting something that I can use after, basketball ends, which for me is closer than a lot of other my teammates. So,
yeah. Well, and I was just going to ask you this, but you're kind of answering my question already, just based off how you are right now and how you carry yourself and the energy that you're bringing. Like I was going to ask you, how hard is it, or if not, to balance your school life with your personal life, with your basketball life? Like how it seems like you've got it all down packed so far because you're smiling, your aura is great. Yeah, you come off positive, and it's just it's really impressive. So how hard is it, or if it's easy, how do you balance all that?
Well, I would say it's not easy. Yeah, it's my fifth year, so I've kind of figured out how to get kind of my off time, get things done that I enjoy or whatever. We all, Coach Beard's always talked about it for, 5 years I've been with him. He's like, you have to have balance. He's like, even the greatest basketball players, they have to, take a Saturday or a Sunday and, talk to their family, hang out with their friends, do something that, you're not just constantly on that grindstone. So, I mean, it was tough for about my first year and a half because, I redshirted, and at the time I was a walk-on, so I didn't travel. And so, I did have a lot of time when they were gone. I'd go lift, get my workout in, and then it was like the rest of the day was mine. So it kind of changed, when after our national championship run where, I was actually considered, into playing and had a chance. So I kind of had to reorganize my time, and, at night, you got to kind of make most of the 3 hours you got before you go to bed. So,
right.
You just got to find, I guess just how it works. It's different for everybody. A lot of people, have mornings, depending on your schedule, get some stuff done. And mine's, kind of 6 o'clock in the afternoon on. It's kind of when I get my personal stuff done. So,
wow, that's great. That's great to hear, man. Yeah, keep that same energy that you carry in yourself.
Yeah, some mornings you get up. You're like,
of course.
Yeah, but that's part of the job. I think every athlete, can attest to like waking up some mornings. You're like, here we go again.
Yeah.
let's just get through the day and get back to bed.
Right.
But
yeah.
Now we know you come from a huge basketball family, like you said earlier. Basketball is ingrained in your DNA at this point. What are your top 5 basketball movies of all time?
Basketball movies. Oh man. The original Space Jam. This is not in order because I'd really have to think about that. That is very tough.
You got to say my favorite.
You got to put Hoosiers in there.
Hoosiers is good.
Glory Road. I mean, that one's a good one. Man, caught me off guard. I got to think of all the basketball movies.
Can we count Basketball? Remember that movie?
Basketball was a great movie.
Basketball was a good movie.
I think that was before my time. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
You don't know Trey Stone and Matt Parker? Or Trey, yeah.
Not off the top of my head.
Creators of South Park?
Oh, no, definitely not. No.
You got to watch Basketball.
Yeah, we're showing our age.
I know.
And I know, South Park, I mean, that's like late night TV for me, that and Family Guy. I apologize. Any kids, don't go look up South Park.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, this will show it. So I had a teammate actually, and we watched Love and Basketball.
Yes. Classic. Classic.
Yeah. So was that 4?
One more. Come on, you got to say my favorite.
Oh man, Dan's.
I'm gonna be. You have to say my favorite.
You totally caught me off guard. So thinking of 5 off the top of my head was definitely Like Mike, probably. I mean, that's when I was a kid. I liked me a good Like Mike movie. And there was like 7 of them. So I was
I know exactly.
Entertained with a different one. What's yours? What did I miss?
White Men Can't Jump.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's up there too. I mean, you could replace any of those with White Man Can't Jump. Again, I've seen it and I know it, and I enjoy the movie, but that was before my time.
Exactly.
Right. So you got to watch Basketball. Okay,
Watch
it's
Basketball.
comedy. It's comedy.
It's comedy.
It's basketball with baseball rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a classic. It's a classic.
Okay, I'll have to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. How you're from Springdale, Arkansas. Go to depth a little bit. How important Arkansas is to you.
So yeah, basketball. It's kind of a second sport in Arkansas. I mean, just like Texas football, kind of holds the reins up there. Baseball is really close. I mean, they have 3 very prominent sports in my mind. Obviously somebody probably might think something else, but it's very rich in basketball. You got the Razorbacks, 10 minutes from my house. So there's an SEC school right there. In high school you got an EYBL team. When I was there, it was called the Wings, which is like Malik Monk and a bunch of dudes that Daniel Gafford, Bobby Portis, all those guys were Wings at one point, and are making a lot of money off of the game of basketball.
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen went to UCA, which is 2.5 hours from my house, and it's very prominent. It's a very popular sport. A lot of people, it's almost kind of I do know a lot of people that hold high school basketball and Razorback basketball to almost a religion standpoint, just like Texas football, high school Texas football.
Yeah.
It's not as big or as popular probably as people know Texas football, but around there it's a very big deal to have a good team to, kind of be the man of any of those teams. So it's definitely a big part of where I'm from.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yep.
And by no means was I ever the man, because in my conference I had Malik Monk, I had a dude named Peyton Willis who was a killer in high school, and he's at Minnesota, I believe. And it's just, those dudes are crazy. And then you go to the state tournament and you see Daniel Gafford, a guy named Kayvon Allen who went to Florida. He was a monster in high school and had a very good college career. But I don't know what he's doing nowadays. But those dudes were just insane.
Man.
And then you had dudes that played basketball, for conditioning, like Trey Norwood's NFL is an NFL corner nowadays. KJ Hill plays for the Chargers, the last I saw.
Yeah.
Just top tier athletes, just like every state, but
right.
top tier athletes, in the state of Arkansas. So
yeah, I gotta take a trip to Arkansas. I always want to see
it's a beautiful state, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot different going from Texas to Arkansas. You have water everywhere. You have trees and hills, and Austin's actually got a little bit of all that, but
right.
Arkansas, it's everywhere. So
okay, yep.
Now, are you on any strict diet, or you just eat whatever you want, work it off later?
So in the summers, it's kind of a funny thing. I take my weight very serious, because when I came into college, I was like 165 pounds soaking wet.
Wow.
And that's itty bitty. Like I said, like when Keenan Evans puts you in the post, there's
right.
You gotta foul him pretty hard to, keep him from scoring. So I got to like 195. That's kind of where I stay at right now. But in the summers, just kind of for fun, I guess, I tried my hardest to get to 210, to be as big and jacked as I can get. I don't know. It's just every 18 to 28-year-old's dream is just to get as jacked as possible.
Right.
And then once we have to start conditioning, me and our strength coach, Coach Riley, look at each other. He's like, "Yeah, you need to cut it down." And so I usually stick around 195, 190. So, but yeah, what I eat is really anything I want, really. It's not that hard to. It's hard. It's super hard for me to gain weight. It's not an atrocious thing for me to have to lose any. So I really just kind of eat whatever I want.
Texas, you got barbecue everywhere. You got barbecue spots everywhere. You got Whataburger. You got.
Now that's dangerous. Whataburger is dangerous, because nothing hits better than. And I don't do this during the week if Coach Beard sees this, at like 2:30, Whataburger. Oh my gosh! And he's a huge Whataburger fan, so he understands. But it's a Texas delicacy.
And you guys got the best soda in Big Red down there.
Oh yeah, Big Red.
You're a Big Red fan?
Yeah.
We use that to fish for. Not really.
Yeah, I could buy it on eBay or Amazon, but they're going to charge me a super duper premium.
Yeah.
Big Red. Big Red. It's everywhere down here. We actually, when we used to go like mess around and fish for carp, we'd get Big Red cornflakes and flour and put it in a bowl and stir it up, and that's what we'd catch carp on.
Oh wow!
So Big Red is not something. It's like, hey, don't touch the Big Red, man.
Yeah.
It's just another soda. It's like. Are y'all Pepsi people? I know y'all are from the north. Is Pepsi y'all's thing, or is it Coke?
I'm a ginger ale, Canada Dry type of guy. So
I can do ginger ale.
Yeah,
I'll do a cherry Coke.
So so Coke. Yeah, it's all Coke down here, really. You can find Pepsi, but Coke dominates, and Dr. Pepper. That's probably my one like cheat soda a week is Dr. Pepper.
Or you got to go Walmart brand Dr. Thunder.
Dr. Thunder. And you can't tell a difference. You know,
right.
In my household, it was always Dr. Thunder, and my grandma was an RC Cola person.
Oh, yeah.
RC Cola.
RC Cola is. And it tastes all the same to me.
I don't think they make that. I don't think they sell that around here anymore.
No, I don't think so.
I used to buy that all the time in middle school.
Yeah.
I used to chug RC Cola and eat Pop Rocks right out of the bag.
Oh my goodness. But I can only say I've only had like 1 or 2 ginger ales in my life.
Really?
Yeah, it's not. I don't know. We just don't. It's not. It's Sprite, I guess. That's kind of the
ultimately,
mild, yeah. It's like an alternative. The alternative down here is Sprite.
Yeah. So. Man, any vegans out there?
Not here. I'm a red meat eating son of a gun. So.
I'm all by myself here then. Man.
Just vegan.
Oh, dude, let me cook you a steak. Let me cook you a steak, and I promise
I already went through this. I went through this with him. He said, "I'll smell it, but I can't eat it."
Hey, no, nothing held against you here. It's all.
Hey, it's just be more steak for you guys. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I got a buddy that's like this, he's a jacked human being, and he's vegan. I'm like, how does this work? And he's like, have you ever seen an ox eat steak? And I'm like, no, it eats grass. He's like, I eat grass. And I'm like, okay, all right. I understand. And he just gets his, protein from other sources. I don't know, and I really don't know the rules of being a vegan. I don't know. So.
There's no rules.
There's only one major rule.
Right, one major rule. That's
meat.
Nothing
no
red.
Meat. That's it.
But,
nothing that can bleed.
Yeah. And do you eat like tofu then?
Tofu, yes. Yep. So no dairy products, no animal products.
No milk.
No milk.
Oh,
no. The soy milk, we drink soy milk, almond milk and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I must say though, the first burgers I cooked on my brand new grill,
vegan burgers,
were Impossible burgers that Charles brought over.
There you go.
I will say they were pretty good.
Come on, Avery.
I'm not hating on being vegan whatsoever.
You said you'll try anything, so
I will. I mean, I guess. But what about can you eat peanut butter?
Yes.
Peter Pan peanut butter? Oh, okay, I was about to say. You've completely
as
lost.
As long as there's no dairy inside and any food or drinks or anything like that, you gotta be real particular especially when you're going out to like restaurants. It kind of sucks sometimes when you gotta ask the waitress or waiter does this have this and that, and it takes time for everybody's hungry at the table.
Yeah.
So
oh man. But yeah, like my buddy, he eats, I don't know if they're Impossible burgers, but yeah, he throws a vegan burger on the grill and cooks it up and then devours it. And I'm like, I guess, man.
Yeah. And also you can't grill it on the same grill as the meat, because cross contamination, it's kind of.
Ooh. I hope that didn't mess you up when you ate them that day.
I'm sorry. There's rules. There's rules.
There's rules. I mean, I guess. I have rules, I guess, when I eat my steak.
Yeah.
Not too done and not too raw. It's a rule, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, as kudos to you, man. If you're disciplined about it. That's if I ever tried to change something like that, I couldn't do it. It's a long.
It's more of a lifestyle. It's more than a lifestyle than a diet. It's more of just once you try.
For sure, yeah.
But I get it. I've heard it all. I've heard all the jokes.
I won't make fun of you. It's just
thank you, Avery. Thank you.
I'll do it for you.
You're a better man than Dan tonight. Thank you.
Just from my perspective, I couldn't do it because
right.
Red meat, especially in my family, is just a delicacy.
Yeah.
A good steak, you can't beat it.
There you go.
Now, walking a little bit further down the line, going God forbid, basketball doesn't work out for you, what do you have planned for the future?
I can tell you right now, once my college eligibility runs out, it's done. I mean, I'm sometimes not for better. I'm really realistic about, especially like my future in life. Could I probably find somewhere overseas to play? Yeah. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities. It's not just the NBA and the EuroLeague. A lot of places play basketball, at a professional status. But to me, going somewhere where, I probably can't talk to them, or I'm probably getting currency that doesn't have George Washington on it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And I'm driving on the other side of the street, for 8 months of the year or whatever it is for that season. It is not appealing to me at all. I am very homebody, especially when it comes to being in the country that I love and know dearly. That's something that, it wouldn't make me happy. So for 8 months, for 2 years or whatever, 16 months would not be enjoyable, and everyone's like, it'd be an experience to travel the world. I'm like, I'm not really into that kind of stuff. So,
yeah.
But after college, I don't know. I kind of want to, like y'all know, I'm engaged, for
Congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah. Easiest decision of my life. So it wasn't that hard, but
now it's questionable for her.
Yeah, for sure. There's days she would hang me off a cliff and by a finger, and I'd have to beg to be pulled back up to safety. But I don't know, for like a year or two, just kind of make it about us. Like I said, I'm not a traveling guy, but I'd like to see, like Montana and South Dakota, go to Yellowstone with her.
Nice.
Alaska. That's probably as far as I'd go.
Come on down to Boston. Come on up to Boston.
Hey, I've been to Boston once and had a great time. It was our Elite Eight run. I actually got to travel to that.
Oh, that's right.
My freshman year. And that was an experience to me to know that I could not live in the city.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, that's why I moved out into the sticks of Massachusetts.
There we go.
I'm probably the furthest away from a city that you could imagine.
Every city, there's sticks by it. I mean, everywhere you go. And
well, we just had a moose in our backyard the other night. The other day,
that's like
a moose.
That's like a dream to me.
I'll send you the video.
If I wake up and I got moose or a herd of elk in my backyard, I will be having a smile every day. That sounds amazing.
You'd be there with the bow, right?
Yeah, exactly. But for a year or two, I day worked, not this past summer, but 2 summers ago on a ranch. Every ranch, you can find somewhere to hire you on for day working, and just kind of travel around.
Yeah.
We both just do like odd stuff to, be able to just move on place to place, and, if that doesn't happen, it's an idea, but definitely, figure it out for a year or two and then actually find something, to do for a living, start planting roots somewhere, whether, that be here in Texas, Arkansas, or in Massachusetts.
There you go.
Yeah,
I got plenty of land. I'll let you build a house in my backyard for all I care.
There we go.
I just put a fire pit in, so.
Oh, and see, that's something that every house in the country needs, is a place for a fire.
I agree.
All your friends and a couple cold pops and and a fire pit is the greatest thing in 100 square miles. So.
Yeah, right. Speaking on that, when your college career ends, what's one thing you would want your teammates to remember you by?
I don't know. This is a tough one. Probably, I've always, told my teammates, hey, like, if you have like a problem off the court and not like issues with people, obviously, but like your car breaks down, like, let me know. And I, can probably, figure out a way to jimmy you back to the house at least,
Right.
Probably just to kind of always be there for them, on the court, obviously is very important because that's where we spend a lot of our time together. But, off the court, they can always call me and be like, hey, man, I don't know how to, get my oil changed. I'm like, you take it to a shop, man. It's not that hard. Or whatever, whatever it is,
Yeah.
So, always just kind of being the handyman. And I enjoy that. I enjoy, kind of fixing things and obviously helping my friends out. So
there you go. And that's a big thing for a teammate to have,
And it seems like in college there's something broke in your house all the time.
Exactly.
So I spent a lot of YouTube hours on washing machines, dishwashers.
Saves you a lot of money. Lot of money.
Yeah.
Just don't touch the electrical panels.
Yes.
Oh no, not at all. I'm not a wires guy. I'm more of a nuts, bolts, screws. Clean it out and put it back on and see if it works any better.
Takes it back to the old days of the old Nintendos. Something happens.
Yeah.
Pop it right back in.
Yeah. So I was a GameCube kid. That was actually my first video game console.
Crazy Taxi.
Yeah. And it's weird because I do enjoy video games. That's kind of how I stay in touch with my, my friends, And I'm an Xbox guy now. I know a lot of
Xbox. Hey.
A lot of people are like, PlayStation, PC. I'm like, y'all look too deep into it. I'm just here to hang out with my friends. But yeah, GameCube. You take with the little discs.
Mm-hmm.
Wipe them on your shirt and put it back in there as quick as you could, and just see if you could get into the game. But yeah,
what games are you playing right now?
I did play Call of Duty, and it kind of, had my skill level in video games. I'm there to like hang out with my friends and relax, and I do get competitive sometimes and upset, but it got to the point where like we couldn't even have fun, so we play like Apex.
That's what I play, and everybody makes fun of me for it.
Hey, listen, it's a fun game.
I'll shoot you my gamer tag. I'm usually up in the morning. That's the only time I get to play.
Yeah. And like for sure, like for fun game that like I am like loud and obnoxious and like don't take serious at all is Rocket League, which is
I never really got into that.
I didn't.
My little cousin tried to get me into that. I'm like, I don't get it. Like you gotta race a car to hit a ball into a.
Yeah, it's like soccer with cars. I mean, that's all it is soccer with cars. And I strictly play that because that's like I'm with my friends, and I don't play video games like by myself. I'm not that into it. So if like my friends are on, like I'll hop on and basically hang out with them. But I don't, come home and like hop on and just like play with like by myself. And like what Rain does. There's no fun in that for me. So it's strictly like a release, because and it doesn't take much, but moving joysticks and pushing buttons, and so like mentally it's relaxing and it doesn't I'm physically wore out. That's kind of how I probably it's like short-term relief is like playing video games, because for me my job is very muscle memory now. It's not that mentally taxing. I'm like, but do I think in practice and stuff, I have to, but I mean physically is where I'm more exhausted. So like video games help me, and like watching TV, Criminal Minds is what I'm into right now with my fiance. So
there you go.
I think that's the first time we talked to a basketball player. They didn't say that they played 2K.
Man, so I played 2K. The last one I had was like 2K9 or 12. 2K12, was that the one with Michael Jordan on the cover?
I think so. Yep, Michael Jordan. Yeah.
And so I had like 2K11, and I was like, oh, 2K12 came out. Let's go get it. Spent $60 on it, and it's the exact same game. And I'm like,
exact same thing.
I'm like, they lost me, And my teammates are huge 2K players. Like it's a big rivalry, and every team I've ever been on, it's like you can't beat me in 2K. Yeah, I can, man. I'm like, oh. I don't play 2K. Sorry.
Right.
But I also play UFC. That game's also that's one that if I was to play by myself, I'm going in there.
Locked in. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm in there trying to choke people out. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's probably when I've had a frustrating day and I just need to like
right.
Throwing haymakers. So but yeah.
I was never a 2K guy. I was an NBA Live guy.
NBA Live.
Well, also the last time I played and bought a game, it's NBA Live. I think it was whenever Carmelo Anthony was on the cover when he just came out of college.
05, 06,
yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah. That was the last one I bought.
I'm gonna put water. No idea where it went. Oh well. But yeah, like sports games to me, I don't know, because it's all the same every year. It's just the names on the jerseys change. It's very tough for me, like, to get into. Like all my teammates do like the like blacktop or whatever is like the online version of like my player, and they're like into it. So not me though. I don't know. Never got that deep into it. Yeah. And I didn't have online until I was in college. Like all my friends in high school and stuff would like play each other, and I was like, nah, it's not worth my money yet. Yeah, it's not worth my money yet.
No,
it got to the point where it was like all my buddies in college were like, man, we want to hang out, and we all had class the next day, and we're like, all right, let's just go ahead and do this whole video game thing and see how it goes. And it's been going strong now. We have a lot of fun. We joke around more than we probably play the game, so that's probably all it is.
Winding down just a little bit, do you have any advice for kids, in high school right now, looking to, get into a bigger school, in their college careers?
Yeah. It's very cliche, hard work, do the little things. That's kind of how I've made my living here is little things add up. And, always be able to be coached. That's a big one. Being coached is a big thing at this level. And that'd be about it. Hard work is a big deal. It's the main thing that you got to be able to provide, without anybody having to do it for you. You got to work hard. You got to want to do it. But that'd probably be my advice to younger me anyways.
Yeah.
Charles, you got anything else?
Well, yeah, my last question for you, man. What's one part of your game that you want to improve on this season?
Probably my free throws. That was super embarrassing last year. So like 2 years ago, I shot like 13 for 16, whatever it was, which is like percentage wise is good.
Right.
I just didn't shoot that many. Last year I shot 1 for 11. That is, it was rough. And my dad is like a huge free throw, like maniac. He's always talked about, when growing up, he's like, free throws will win you a lot of ball games. I'm like, I know. And so when the year finished and I shot 1 for 11, he was like, you're not my, joking. He's like, you're not my son. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, I don't want to miss him, but that was bad. And Coach Beard still gives me a hard time about it sometimes.
You got to hit 10 in a row before you can leave the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of my, spare time. I'll shoot a bunch of free throws because that was super, super embarrassing. 1 for 11. That is tough.
Hey, maybe playing 2K will help.
I don't know. I'll have to run that one by Coach. See if he.
Well, Avery, it's been great talking with you.
Yes,
getting to know
a
lot more about you. Like I said, I've been tracking you down for the past 7-8 months. But hey,
I'm glad
finally
I got
came
to do
out.
it. Yeah, it was awesome time. Awesome meeting you guys, and it was an awesome experience. Great podcast for sure.
Only thing I require of you is to send me an Avery Benson jersey and a huge case of Big Red. Okay.
All right, I got you.
And also send me a video of you trying your first Impossible Burger. All right.
If it ever comes across me, I would definitely do it.
They don't have those in the Piggly Wigglies.
Yeah, right.
The section of all red meat Black Angus is probably a little bit further away from
Yeah.
burgers.
Yeah, like I said, it's been great talking with you.
Yeah.
We wish you nothing but the best of luck.
We'll
in
be
this
watching
upcoming season, and
Yeah,
for sure.
We hope you get that extra year.
And appreciate you guys.
But yeah, it's been wonderful. I want to give a shout out to Scott for helping this come together. And
Scotty Mack's the man. He's
Yeah.
the dude.
But yeah, we appreciate you. Nothing but the best of luck in this upcoming season. And Charles,
Avery, thank you, man. Wish you nothing but the best, man. Take care.
Yep, y'all too. Appreciate you guys.
All right, Avery,
right.
take it easy.
Yep, see y'all.
Yep. Wow.
All right.
Amazing, dude, man. That was really good. That was a really good episode, interviews, because like we do with all our guests, we just make sure we just have fun on here and we just talk, about different stuff, not just about a particular sport. We dive into different topics, and man, Avery Benson, man, he's a really good dude. I'm wishing him nothing but the best this season. Let's see what we can do, man.
Definitely. He hit us with the hook'em. So telling you, this Texas team is one to watch out for this year. And after talking to some of these college athletes, I've come to realize one thing, and I forget who said it. I'm no longer a fan of a team. I don't know if I said this last episode or not. I'm starting to see a trend, and I'm starting to actually follow players individually. And
that's true. I agree with that, because especially if we're getting to know certain guests, they're giving us their some of their personal stories and journeys. Like, man, you really want to be dedicated in watching them, in particular because you want to see them progress and be successful. So I understand that completely.
There you go.
Let's go.
Where do we want to start off?
Man, we got a lot of stuff. I mean, the NFL is heating up. There was a lot of I didn't catch a lot of games in the NCAA, but I did look up some scores, and man, a lot of key games that I have written down for college football.
Is Clemson on the decline?
I'm sorry?
Is Clemson on the decline right now?
Hey, this is a big game this week with BC. If BC can beat them, I mean, Clemson, I do think they are, but we'll see. BC needs this game. I'm excited for this game. I'm actually going to tune in on that game.
They do, and I think it's finally the first time in about 15 years the ACC is wide open, open.
Come on.
And I wish no ill will to Dabo Sweeney.
Yeah.
I just want to push that over towards Nick Saban a little bit. Your guys, the Roll Tides.
Not gonna happen, buddy.
Yeah, I know. It'll come soon enough. Yeah, you lost to NC State. That was a crazy game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there was Oregon, my mighty Oregon.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is the best Oregon team. And I saw a stat. I want to say a couple days ago, Anthony Brown has surpassed Justin Herbert.
Wow.
And I think they said this was the best quarterback they've seen in 15 years.
Really?
10, 15 years. Yeah. Numbers wise. I mean, like I said, I've been following Anthony since he was BC.
Yeah.
And what he did last year during the PlayStation Bowl in the what they play, the Fiesta Bowl? No, they played the PlayStation in the Pac-12 championship. They came in and he went off, and you're seeing that again this year.
Hey, congratulations, Anthony Brown. Keep balling, because I know.
Number 3.
Yeah. He's doing it. Come on, Anthony Brown. We need you on the show, though.
I've been trying.
I know. But hey, did you see Georgia win by 62?
I don't know what it is, and then you go ahead and you look at Miami beating who was it? Connecticut Technical School of Architecture. They beat them 69-0.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I think that's what Miami needed in order to turn whatever this crapshoot was the beginning of the season was.
Right.
Because Miami was overhyped.
Yeah.
And then De'Ara King got injured. He got re-injured. I don't know. I still don't know what to expect from this Miami team.
Right.
And it's frustrating.
Yeah. Shout out to Florida for winning that rivalry game against Tennessee. They've been an interesting team to me. I know you were really high on them this year, the Gators, and after that close game against my Roll Tide, they caught my eye a little bit, and I think they lost that previous week after, but then they bounced back. I think they're on a 2-game winning streak already, so they're really playing well. So that was a huge win, even though it was against Tennessee, but it's a rivalry game. So they took care of that business 38-14. So I'm continuing to look out for them in the upcoming few games. So
I'm actually shocked right now. Miami's playing Virginia tonight.
Yeah,
Virginia's winning. I said Virginia was probably going to win earlier in the week. They're winning 27-21.
Wow.
And it's the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I don't know if Miami exhausted all their resources last game scoring that 69 points, but
right.
I don't know. I just said it. I don't know what to make of this Miami team.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating, like I said. But then you go ahead and you look at UNC, North Carolina. They're underperforming. Some of these teams are underperforming, and with the caliber quarterbacks that they have and the types of players that are surrounding them, they shouldn't be. North Carolina shouldn't be losing to Georgia Tech.
Well, I have a theory, and again, I'm not trying to make a conspiracy or anything, but I'm going off of what you've been talking about with this NI bill that passed. Are certain players feeling a certain way about certain, you know what I mean? Or are people sharing the wealth, or because like you said, I remember you saying that's probably one of your concerns, that what would happen if a particular player or players are, getting that major, money, and I don't know, maybe not sharing the wealth, or maybe it's just football's football. It's hard to win in football, but I'm just saying with these surprising teams that are losing to teams that they shouldn't be, I don't know. Or, it could just be, hey, certain teams just got the best out of that particular team. But, I'm not trying to build a conspiracy. I'm just thinking it's surprising, like you said, like some of these scores, and it's been high scoring. This is every other week is like 78-0, 69-0. It's like, what is going on?
You gotta look at the competition at that point,
right?
Exactly. See who's playing who. Like, come on, you have I don't know, Emmanuel College versus Alabama.
Oh man, our wives are gonna kill us for comparing that.
Whatever. No, but looking forward to this weekend.
Yeah,
I have one game that I have circled, and it's this Cincinnati Notre Dame game.
I looked at that game too. That seems really intriguing.
The battle of the undefeateds.
Yeah,
Notre Dame's coming off that win at Soldier Field over Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati's coming over from that win against Indiana. They also have to travel to Notre Dame. Notre Dame, I will call them every name in the book because they are a fraudulent team. They're not in a real conference. Yeah, you're going to say they're independents. They play everybody. Okay, well, you're playing JV freshman football teams outside of some of these real conference teams that you play. I think Cincinnati is going to upset Notre Dame big time, and they're going to put them in their place. But I do think I haven't checked any of the gambling lines. Oh wow, I'm looking at it right now. Cincinnati's 1.5 point favorites. I think that's true because I think Cincinnati's going to beat Notre Dame, and Notre Dame's finally going to feel the heat.
And but it's at home, right? It's at Notre Dame.
No, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Does not matter. I just don't like Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I haven't for quite some time.
Get that first loss out the way, right?
Yeah. Another one you have, Georgia, Arkansas.
Georgia, Arkansas is going to be a good one. Yeah, I'm actually liking even though it's probably not going to be a game, but Mississippi versus Alabama. I just, Mississippi's number 12 in the country, so let's see what they bring. It's going to be tough, but Alabama, man, until I see otherwise, I don't see any team beating this team right now, man.
Yeah, but you also have to look at some of these games that Alabama's played.
Yeah.
Some of the games were, complete blowouts, but you look back at when they played Florida, that was what, 2-3 point game?
Yeah. 2-point game, 31-29.
And I'm not going to go ahead and compare, Mississippi versus Louisville because Louisville lets me down the first game of the year every single year. I fall for it every time. I'm so hyped on Louisville, and then they just lose.
Maybe stop picking them.
I have to. But it's just one of those things that I don't know. One of these games, Alabama is going to go ahead and meet their maker. I honestly wish that they would play Georgia this regular season.
Georgia's looking. I think you were saying talking big about Georgia as well. Like,
Georgia came out. I mean, after seeing what Clemson's doing right now,
right?
It's tough to say, hey, that Georgia Clemson game was crazy,
right?
You can't really compare it now, seeing that Clemson is. Are we seeing the downfall of Clemson?
I think so.
I think so.
Especially if BC ends up taking. And now I'm a little worried because it's away and it's at Clemson. But BC, man, they've been so impressive. Their defense is really good. Offensively, they're moving the ball with very well, running, passing. They just have a sense of different type of energy with them. And man, I'm really impressed. And I think
they're playing with their backup quarterback, Dennis Grissel.
That's what I'm saying, and it's just really impressive that sense of adversity, losing their quarterback. Was it first game they lost him? So second game was it?
Second game versus UMass.
Yeah. So after that,
it was UMass.
Yeah. So after that, it was UMass. Yep. That adversity, facing that, they could have easily fell and just start losing. But now, man, they're picking it up, and it's the next man mentality, I guess. It is. So BC, please get the job done this week. This will be a big weekend for them.
That is why I love college football.
Yeah.
That's why I love college sports in general. There's always somebody underneath you who's hungry and ready for their next spot.
Right.
I mean, any other notable games coming up on Saturday that you have?
I mean, you got your Oregon versus Stanford. That's going to be a slaughter probably, but
I mean, I've been saying it for a while. You never know what type of Stanford you're going to get, and I say that to everybody. I think I said that when Stanford played UCLA. You don't know what Stanford you're going to get.
Now they'll probably be ready, but Oregon coming to town, man. They've been. I mean, I want to see Oregon versus Alabama so bad, man. That I just feel like that's like the dream game, man. That I would love to see because both teams are just dogs, and they're not scared of anybody. Oregon have more swag than Alabama, you know. But Alabama has the obviously, I don't know. They just it's a tough. I'll tell you now. If they ever played against each other, I will be confused on who to pick because I just
I'll pick for you.
Who would you pick?
I'll pick it right for you. Okay. How about
give me a score if they played. Give me a score.
If they played, it'd definitely be a high scoring game. That is for sure.
Definitely.
High scoring game. Oregon will win. But that's the thing. I can't wear this. It weighs way too much. That's the thing. You have Mario Cristobal.
Right.
Who you used to see at Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody in one of my groups also said before, everybody hates on Alabama until you need a coach. Yeah, whatever. I'll take Mario and his crystal ball. Okay. Back-to-back Pac-12 champs.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Soon to be college football champions.
Yeah, but everything else, I didn't really see any other intriguing games this week. But those games that we named is going to be really good. I'm really excited to get into the NFL because man, I've been so impressed with certain teams already, and I got some key games I want to discuss real quick.
You want to hit a break first?
Let's hit a break.
All right. We're gonna hit a break. We'll be right back, and maybe I think I said this last week, but maybe we'll touch a little bit more on some baseball action. But
we'll see how that goes.
All right. We'll be right back. Is Jacksonville slated for their first win for the first game? It's 14-14 going into the fourth quarter.
I'm surprised. I thought the Bengals were gonna whoop their butts tonight.
But that's the thing. You got T. Higgins. He's out. T. Higgins is out. I expected Cincinnati to just completely bulldoze this Jacksonville team, but I think at this point they finally realized that in James Robinson they actually have a running back and they need to use him, because for the first couple games Jacksonville, all Trevor Lawrence did and all Urban Meyer told Trevor Lawrence to do was throw the ball.
Right.
And I think what rubbed either one of them the wrong way was when what's his name? Travis Etienne. When he got injured, I think, seeing the two Clemson, the duo come together and meet back up in Jacksonville, I think that kind of rubbed Trevor Lawrence the wrong way, maybe. But I think Urban Meyer needs to really sit down, reevaluate things. Yeah, if he gets his first win tonight, that'd be great. That'd be wonderful. But at the same time, USC is hiring.
Right.
I don't know. This is it's a close game and it's tough. It's tough to even just wrap your head around.
I'm actually hoping the Jacksonville gets the dub tonight because that would be really good for Trevor Lawrence's confidence and that young Jacksonville team. Against a good team in the Bengals, they're really good. So we'll see how that game goes at the end. 14-14, right?
14-14.
All right, we'll keep everybody up to date with those scores. Let's get into it, man. We can go back and forth on our certain games if that we're actually interested in. I'll start it off, man. I think we talked about it before. We got Avery on. We got the Chiefs versus the Eagles this week. I mean, the Chiefs coming off a tough loss last week, surprising loss with your guy right there behind you. Man, that was impressive. That was impressive comeback, and you've seen the love that they gave Justin Herbert right after the game. Patrick Mahomes was looking for him. Travis Kelce gave him a lot of confidence going forward. And I like what Justin Herbert did. I know he heard Patrick Mahomes calling him, but he's just like, nah, let me get this shine. And that was an impressive win for the Chargers. But yeah, the Chiefs need this win because if they go down 1-3, it's going to be a lot of talks. And plus, if the Bucks get a dub, we'll talk about that later on. But the Chiefs, because everybody's been saying Bucks and Chiefs, but I don't know, man.
This Brady's going to beat.
I don't even want to.
This one.
Nah, I don't. So my thing is the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs winning, but I'll still look at them a little differently if this is a game. If this is a close game against the Eagles team that they should really beat, even though the Eagles, they've impressed me. I mean, they lost against the Cowboys last week, but we'll see. We'll see what Jalen Hurts can do and against Patrick Mahomes.
That's the thing. Jalen Hurts got stopped. He got stopped and he got shut down. And that's one of the things that I don't know. Maybe you need to look. You need to look outside. I noticed one thing with him. He drops back, he scrambles, then he runs.
Yeah.
And then he's getting sacked.
All right.
And I mean, this isn't, he's been in the league. This is his second year, correct?
Mm-hmm.
He's been in the league. You should know by now. But then again, you were playing back up to a broken Carson Wentz at the time.
Right.
I don't know. I just don't want to see Jalen get pulled and have Gardner Minshew come in.
Well, yeah, that would be crazy. But the thing is, the Chiefs don't play defense, so I think Jalen Hurts can really show out against this Chiefs defense. It's just, can the Eagles stop Patrick Mahomes? And I'm hoping they don't because, again, like I said, I got the Chiefs winning, but at the same time, man, it's not looking good for Patrick Mahomes. Has the NFL figured the Chiefs out? I don't know. That's still.
It just goes back to the NFL figured Lamar Jackson out.
Good point.
And I think at this point they still can't figure him out.
Good point. It's crazy.
But I don't know. Who you got next?
Let's start with I got the Ravens versus the Broncos. Now, I mean the Broncos, man, they have impressed me. Teddy Bridgewater, man, he is leading that team. And Von Miller said it best a few weeks ago. He hasn't got that energy since Peyton Manning. So, that's huge. That's a huge compliment to Teddy Bridgewater's confidence. And you see it. The defense is really good. Offensively, they're really playing mistake-free football. But the Ravens, man, they're getting a little lucky with these game winners with their kicker. Man, 69-yarder, 66-yarder.
Yeah, doinked off the bottom crossbar and then plopped up and over.
And the Ravens, I don't know. It's easy to stop the Ravens. I got the Broncos in this because it's in Denver, and Broncos are one of my teams that I'm really hoping to get to the playoffs. They probably won't do any damage in the playoffs, but it'll just be good to see that because Denver hasn't seen the playoffs since Peyton Manning left. So, it'll be good to see the Broncos get a dub and, continue this streak because I believe they're 3-0. So
they are.
Yeah. So, it's a big game. It's a real big game.
It is. And that last game for the Ravens kind of summed it up with, a couple days prior, five of their key players, five of their key defensive players were, injured. They got injured. Yeah. And I think that's why you saw such a close game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to say Baltimore's going to win.
Yeah.
I don't know that Denver defense it's tough, but who knows what you're gonna get out of Lamar?
Right. Yeah.
So it's all up in the air.
That's good.
Talking Carolina Dallas.
Oof.
This game, is McCaffrey is he all right? Is he still injured? He's up in the air.
He can never stay healthy. And again, football is just it's automatic. You're gonna get hurt.
Oh yeah,
but man. I need him. I need to see a full season of McCaffrey because he is an animal out there. But the Cowboys, man, I mean, Dak Prescott said that he's playing the best football in his career right now. He feels, and okay, Cowboys, y'all got a couple wins already. I mean, but Panthers are playing well. They're 3-0 as well. Sam Darnold's playing outstanding, mistake-free football.
Jacksonville's up 21-14. I'm sorry. I got James Robinson on my fantasy team, and he just got me another touchdown. James Robinson has 2 touchdowns.
Hey, just give this game to the Jaguars. The Jaguars, you could tell they
want it.
They want it. They want it. So that's please. How many minutes left in the game?
There's 14, 27.
The
fourth quarter just started.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I don't know. This game might go to overtime.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see.
Sorry to break that up.
No, you're good.
Carolina, Dallas.
Yeah. Like I said, I got Cowboys in that because it is the Panthers are young and they're coming to Dallas, and Dallas has had success so far at home. So we'll see what Dak Prescott could do. I got the Cowboys winning in a close matchup because Panthers have been playing well and they're undefeated. So it's a huge test because the Panthers' schedule going forward is hard. And they're going to be facing some pretty tough teams, but this is a big test for the Panthers. Now, if the Panthers come out and win this game, watch out for the Panthers too. Watch out, seriously. Watch it.
And that's definitely a thing right there. If of course, Christian McCaffrey is injured, Sam Darnold. Tell me why this man likes to rush and he likes to score touchdowns. I think it's like the opposite Jets effect.
Yeah.
When a quarterback from the Jets goes to another team, they do well.
They do well.
I don't know if that makes any sense at all.
Right.
But
except for Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, Mr. Butt Fumble himself. I don't know. I think this is going to be a close game. Dallas just completely crapped all over the Eagles Monday night. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Carolina's got a chance here.
Yeah. I'm like on the fence, but since it's at home, if it was in Carolina, I'd be like, oh, Carolina has this in the bag. But Dallas, it's in Dallas, playing indoors as well, so it's going to be a high-scoring game. But I think Dallas will come out on edge because they got more veterans on that team. But we'll see. Let's go to the game that I feel like you're gonna like, the Raiders versus Chargers, man. Two young teams, two talented young teams. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are the Raiders 3-0 as well?
The Raiders are 3-0. The Chargers suffered a terrible, terrible loss.
But they're 2-1. They're
2-1. But hey, you just beat the reigning AFC champions.
Right.
You just beat probably one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're at home hosting the Raiders.
This is a big game.
It is. It definitely is. I want a close-up of Mark Davis's face in that stupid haircut that he has.
Oh my God.
Once the Chargers beat Vegas.
Looks like a vampire. I always look at him. He looks like a vampire.
Man, he looks like, what's his name from Dumb and Dumber? Floyd Christmas.
I mean, it's going to be all eyes on Justin Herbert as well because of that amazing comeback. And now teams are going to get that. It's like a gift and a curse in professional sports, man. You have that one big game, and now teams are all locked in on you as well.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to try to force you to do something that you're not comfortable with and try to make you beat them that way. But
at the same time, you got plenty of weapons. Not only can Justin Herbert run the ball himself, he's got Austin Eckler.
He's got
Jared Cook. tight
Yep.
end.
Yep.
And, he's got Keenan Allen.
Yep.
He's got weapons. He's got weapons he can use. And by all means,
that defense is good too. It's really they're young, but they're learning as they go. And this is a big game. If they pull this off, man, and if the Chiefs lose, oh man, it might be a run for the Raiders and Chargers in that division, man. So,
and I'll be wearing this every single episode from now.
You know what? You should wear that next week if the Chargers win, because this is a big game. This will be a back-to-back weeks where they beating good teams.
Oh yeah,
Derek Carr is playing amazing football right now. So
it's crazy to see what Vegas did last year,
right?
And how Derek Carr, I guess you could call it, underperformed.
Right. Yeah, but the last game that for me is the game that everybody's waiting for in the world. And, as the stories have been going on this whole week, I see it. A lot of people are talking bad about Bill Belichick, and I ain't gonna lie, I've been a little iffy about Bill Belichick, and, it came out why they benched Malcolm Butler, why certain things with Bill Belichick's coaching style, and but at the same time, man, all that don't matter to me. My gut is telling me that the Bucks are gonna whoop our ass.
Hold on. I think there's something wrong with my headphones. Can you say that one more time?
My gut is telling me that the Bucks are gonna whoop our asses, but my heart,
man,
you know what I'm gonna say. My heart is hoping that we at least keep it close, because I'm a little nervous here, because now I'm glad Bill Belichick's taken the route of saying all the good things about Brady this whole week, because there's one thing you say, anything that could tick this man off. Brady can throw 6 touchdowns, and I don't know. Should the fans boo him? I just don't know what's going to happen. That's why I'm so excited about this matchup, because anything can happen. And we know, as Massachusetts fans, we don't care if you play for us or not. We'll boo you. But this is Brady we talking about.
This is, I've talked to quite a few people that are older than us. We grew up watching, a crapshoot from actually understanding and being able to watch football on Sundays. We grew up watching, Drew Bledsoe and Bill Parcells. Right. And then we got Brady. And for 20 years, we got nothing but greatness. Prior to that, these old guys are like, we didn't have any of this. We didn't have duck boat parades every other year. We didn't get to go to Red Sox parades or Bruins parades or Patriots parades or even Celtics parade. It's like we hit the perfect era, I guess. Yeah. Well, if you're a Celtics fan, you missed the boat back in the 70s and 80s. But
what's gonna happen? Because look, think about it. There's a lot of there's some fans. It's not all Boston fans, New England fans. They're kind of a little hurt that Brady left. So that part of the crowd.
Honestly, I'm gonna be nothing but truthful and honest right now when I say this. I was not hurt when Tom Brady left. Year after year after year after year, he built the team around him. He took pay cuts so that other players could get paid. That's something you don't come across. Yes, he's getting up there in age. I don't give. Okay, were you doing that when we were watching the Patriots in the Super Bowl? Were you doing that? Were you playing your violin?
I'm so happy.
All right. Okay, without Brady doing that, we wouldn't have had Gronk. We wouldn't have had Wes Welker, Edelman. We probably couldn't have even gotten Antonio Brown up in here. But hey, outside of that, the Seth Wickersham book came out. There's a piece of it that says Robert Kraft was out in Aspen, and he said, I would love to stay here with you guys, all you beautiful people, but now I have to go to Detroit to be with the biggest effing a-hole in Bill Belichick. So now it's like, okay, if you're the greatest coach of all time, you should have been able to coach Cam Newton. And you should have been able to coach him to the point where he was as good as Brady. Granted, Cam Newton was old.
Right.
Well, I mean, comparing apples to oranges. Cam Newton was old in his style of playing football. And he wasn't as good as he was back in 2015. But you need to be able to prove something. In these past 3 games, you beat the Jets. You lost to Miami, called it. You lost to the Saints, called it. You barely. Well, I mean, yeah, it was a slaughter. I guess if that's what you want to call it.
It was a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, it was a rookie quarterback throwing 4 interceptions.
So my question for you: how big of a game is it if the Patriots win this?
It's gonna be. It's. I forget who said it. Somebody on the radio somewhere. They said, you need to dig through the trenches right now. So if you come out of this ahead and you win, but at the same time, the Rams just exposed the Bucs.
The Bucs defense is not good.
They're not. And you got Jason Pierre-Paul injured. Gronk, questionable.
Richard Sherman just signed, but he's not playing. He's not playing this
Richard
week.
Sherman also hasn't played a game in 3 years?
I know.
Okay. Yeah. So it's been a long time since the Legion of Boom, okay, out in San Francisco, or was that Seattle?
Yeah, Seattle.
Didn't he try to bring the Legion of Boom down to San Francisco?
I think so.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
He's the Shermanator from American Pie. Anyways, the Rams exposed the defense.
You did.
And I just have to say this. By the Rams beating the Bucs, it gives Brady another year.
Why you say that?
He wants a perfect season.
He cannot get a perfect season.
He wants a perfect season. He needs to throw, 60 yards on Sunday to beat Drew Brees' passing record?
Well, yeah, that's going to happen.
He's going to do that to Gronk or Antonio Brown on the first play, and it's going to be a touchdown.
Give the Patriots some credit on defense.
No. I'm sorry. Not happening. It's Tom Brady. It's Tom Brady.
I just can't believe this is happening. I just can't believe it that Brady's really going back to New England and going to play us.
Here's the thing. He just had an interview.
I know, yep.
And his voice sounded a little, but there's insider information that he wants this. No, he wants this. So he kept the Bucs at practice all the way. They're supposed to end practice at 4:00. He kept them until 6:30. Kept them for an extra 2.5 hours, 2 hours.
Oh, he really wants this game.
He does. So he wants to expose Bill. Brady knows the ins and outs of that building, that defense, that offense. He knows everything. Belichick needs to change something. McDaniels needs to change. It doesn't help you brought back that fat blob from the Lions, Matt Patricia.
Oh. Can they sign Jamie Collins real quick? I know he just got released. Can they get Jamie Collins?
I don't know. I think it's past that 5-day mark.
Oh man, it's gonna be a long day if the Patriots don't come right. But I think it's gonna. Mac Jones. Let's not Mac Jones.
He's got no protection. He's got no protection, and that's the thing.
But
you need to slide. You need to slide that offensive line around. You need to make adjustments where it counts. And hey, why not even try an experiment and grab a D lineman to play on the O line?
That's true.
I think this whole entire thing, you need to think outside of the box. You need to think bigger than Brady because Brady already has everything. He's coaching. He's the coach. He's the manager. He's the quarterback. And hell, he can be the running back for all I care. Brady's out for blood.
Oh boy, this don't sound good. So give me. You obviously you got the Bucks winning.
Oh, absolutely.
Is this a close game or a
hell
blowout?
no?
A blowout?
Oh yeah.
Like Patriots.
But here's the thing. If the Bucks go up, say, I don't know. I've been saying that. Yeah, I saw on Instagram somewhere. Who's hungrier? Who's more hungry for this game, Nick Folk or Tom Brady? Facing their old team. It's like, okay. So I commented on a couple of them. I said, Nick Folk is probably going to be the only point scorer of this game.
You're just adding fuel to the fire.
But the thing is, if they do go up, and say for instance it's 31-13 or 30 35, I don't know, 10. Brady's not going to throw anymore. He's going to hand the ball off.
Don't give him a minute and 5 seconds left if this is a close game. We've seen this happen before, what Brady can do.
I mean, there's going to be a minute and 5 seconds left that whole entire game. I'm telling you, this is the one team in the NFL Tom Brady has not beaten.
It's not going to happen, man.
What, you think he's just going to lay down and say, psh.
Listen, do you not? But you also
I'll see you guys again in 2025.
You also not understand that Dante Hightower knows Brady. McCourty knows Brady. Who else is on that D line? Well, they added new D lines on that. Lawrence Guy knows Brady. Who else is on that?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Are they just going to try and strip sack him, or are they gonna try and rip his head off? They played with the guy for
Brady's
so long.
Been all like kikiing and I'm the man. I'm on. No, it's about time. It's about time. But you know what Bill Belichick is going to say? Rip his head open. Rip his head open.
Oh yeah. But
yeah, it's going to be a good celebration. Good celebration. Brady deserves it.
He does.
Yeah.
He's gonna get 2 accolades. He's gonna get most passing records or most passing yards in the league, and he's gonna cross off that last team in the NFL to beat.
Okay, we'll see.
You're not. Are you really think the Patriots are gonna win?
Yes.
From the outside looking in.
No,
you're not Charles McRae. You don't live in Massachusetts. You are Marles Cray. Okay? You live in Chesapeake Bay, South Dakota. I don't even know if that's a real place or not. South Dakota, there's college, and you're just tuning into your old TV. You see on Sunday night that the Bucks are playing at home, or the Bucks are playing the Patriots at home.
I like your Southern accent.
You don't think that Tom Brady's going to go in there and he's going to kick some ass?
He's going to kick some ass.
Okay. All right.
What?
Now that I have exposed Mr. Marles Cray, all right, let's be real. This game is over. This game has been over since they made the schedule, and that's it.
But is it going to be over by halftime?
No, it's going to be over by the first quarter.
You know the Bucks have to play defense.
Yeah, it's not going to matter. Mac Jones?
Come on, Mac Jones.
No offensive line.
Starstruck, Mac Jones, when you're looking at 12. Don't get starstruck. If he does that, let's go before the game. Don't get frightened.
Imagine if all of a sudden Mac Jones changes his number to 12 that game. Game would be over the first 5 minutes.
Nah, we rocking with number 10. right now, and that's Mac Jones. We rocking with Mac Jones. We don't care about 12. 12's already he already got a champ. He already got his other family. You know, he left us for another family. So bye, Brady.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm not touching MLB.
No.
Listen, the playoffs start next week. All you need to know is Tuesday comes knocking at our door.
Yeah.
And the Red Sox aren't on. Okay.
No, I ain't gonna lose sleep.
Looks like the Rays are gonna win the World Series.
Yeah.
You have anything else?
Nothing else.
We went a little bit longer than expected, but
you want to talk about our huge?
Will go ahead and give you a little teaserino next week. Probably one of the biggest guests we are going to have on our show.
By far.
She just competed at the Olympics. And oh man. All right. And she is now a